Roblox prison games are a genre that are as synonymous with Roblox as bad moderation. They've been around for nearly a decade, and are responsible for Roblox's rise to mainstream fame. Yet, despite this, they have now faded into the background of the general Roblox scene. But why is that? Is it just due to the changing preferences of players, or is there something more to the story? Well, today, in this video, we'll be trying to answer that very question. This is the rise and fall of the prison game genre, once one of Roblox's most popular groups of games, how it rose to stardom, and how it fell from grace. So without further ado, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump into it. Part 1. Pre-Jailbreak. Now, I am well aware that there are multiple great videos detailing the intricate rise and fall of Jailbreak, which is arguably the most popular of the games I will mention today. But it's important to know that while Jailbreak is the flashpoint, it wasn't the start. To find that, we'll have to turn the clock back to 2016, where two games would release within 1 month of each other. Redwood Prison, which, fun fact, was actually created by one of the lead developers responsible for Rainbow Friends, and Prison Life, created by this guy who is well known for not updating his game in like 8 years. Holy crap. Anyways, these two games would set the baseline standard for how these games would play. Soon after their releases, both games, especially Prison Life, would gain thousands of players for years to come. One of the biggest reasons these games got so popular was due to the time frame they released in, and the genre that they were a part of. If you look back at the games most people were playing back in the day, two of the most common were roleplay games like Roblox in High School and Meep City, and shooters like Bloodfest or Call of Robloxia 5, what would soon become Phantom Forces. Prison Life and Redwood act as unique middle ground of this genre, allowing lots of room for different role-playing opportunities, and yet still containing competent gunplay potential at the same time, allowing pretty much infinite hours of fun for those who enjoyed those types of games. However, as good as the prison games were, they did have one fatal flaw. Once you escaped the prison,
oh my gosh, that was so easy.
There was very little for you to do outside of it. Sure, both games had towns and such, and criminal bases, but once you reach those, there's pretty much nothing left for you to do other than go back to the prison and mess around, which isn't exactly ideal. But there were no other alternatives, and escaping the prison wasn't really that challenging, so people happily enjoyed playing these games until January 6, 2017, when the genre, and Roblox as a whole, would change forever. Part 2. Jailbreak. In early 2017, Roblox changed forever with the release of Jailbreak. Now, I think this game needs no introduction. Not only are there countless well-made videos on Jailbreak's rise to popularity, but this is Jailbreak we're talking about. It needs no introduction. What I will explain is how it outdid the formulas of Prison Life and Redwood Prison. As previously stated, both games provided very little to do outside of the actual prison, with small, boring maps offering nothing more than a criminal base and a car spawn or two. Jailbreak's answer to this was making the actual prison a much smaller part of the core gameplay, and adding heists and various other activities that players could do out in the world, which was much, much bigger than the previous two maps combined. As Jailbreak updated, more and more things were released for the criminals and cops to do, allowing the game to constantly receive high player counts from the peak of its popularity even up until now. This game basically became Roblox's GTA 5, with pretty much everything being added kind of adding to that. Now, when I was younger, I remember hating Jailbreak for taking over all the fame when it came to Roblox. I reasoned that there were so many other better games that people could be playing other than Jailbreak, but in hindsight, this was kinda stupid considering the dry landscape of current Roblox, but maybe that's just me. And while some Jailbreak updates, such as the map overhauls and other things have been pretty terrible, I cannot deny that out of all the games we covered today, this might be one of the best still, even if it's not my personal favorite. However, Jailbreak would not remain the sole undisputed king of Roblox for long, because by the end of the year, another game would rise to compete for Jailbreak's fame. Part 3. Mad City. Mad City released in late 2017, but didn't really start becoming a true competitor to Jailbreak until mid-2018. At first, it could be argued that it was earned. Despite claims that the game was just riding off the popularity of Jailbreak, and claims that the game was just a ripoff, which, let's be real, both of these claims are totally true, the game did, in theory, improve on Jailbreak's problems. The prison was large and was a bit harder to escape from, and there were more teams and roles introduced, such as the heroes and the villains, and in general, the game was just a fresh take on the genre. until you realize how ridiculously over-monetized this game is, and the general lack of quality in a lot of things. You'd be hard-pressed to find a difference between this game and most of EA's current lineup. Namely, the pretty mid updates, the whole drama about that snow car that cost a ridiculous amount of money and the parts on the car didn't even move, or something like that. I don't know. It has been like 4 years since anyone seriously cared about this game. Which just goes to prove my point. Mad City nowadays has only a fraction of the player base it used to, thanks to the poor reputation and bad update. And while definitely being the most popular prison game still, Jailbreak has also definitely lost its claim to being the #1 game on Roblox. Part 4. Post-Jailbreak and the remakes. And now it seems we've come full circle, because in 2021 and 2022 respectively, remakes of Prison Life and Redwood Prison were created by fans of the originals, although the Redwood Prison one is gone because the Rainbow Friends dev sucks. These games are faithful modern recreations of the originals, using largely the same maps and just adding to it, as well as providing a return to the role-playing side of things. The Prison Life Remastered actually went the extra mile and added robberies, shops, and other cool things. Redwood still had some room to improve, but its larger map and more detailed prison really helped it stand out. Despite these and many other improvements, the two games never got as popular as its predecessors or even Jailbreak and Mad City did. But why is that? Well, I have a few theories as to why. For starters, and this is quite obvious, but the prison escape trend is largely dead now. People just don't enjoy these types of games anymore, partly due to the poor reputation they built over the years, and also through the abundance of exploiters and microtransactions, but also just in general just because people have just grown up. Roblox's audience is always changing in what they like and don't like, and it's very interesting to me as an outsider who never really engaged with these trends, to look back on them and just see the patterns. Because despite no longer being the golden gooses of Roblox, prison escape games are responsible for Roblox hitting the mainstream, drawing in countless players and providing lots of fun to those who enjoyed them. And I think that is where I'm going to end things off. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, especially if you want to see more videos like this one. See you next time, and bye.